corporation. Hey, we have a question. So somebody wants to know, what do you think about Shama Sawant supporting DSA?
I like Shama Sawant.
Well, okay, awesome. We all love her. I mean, I don't think it's not a question if you like her.
Well, she was part of socialist alternative, right? I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. I mean, my first time hearing about her was like a year ago, whatever, when she was getting, racked over the coals by Bezos for like spending like millions of dollars in a city commission race to try to beat her.
And he lost.
But as soon as I saw him fighting against her, I'm like, oh, I like her. I don't even have to know anything about her. Didn't even care. So if he thinks her, she's good.
Yeah, it was so satisfying. It's like, because they tried to take all of them down. Because if I remember correctly, Shama Sawant put through a plan in order to get them to pay for, I think they had a homeless thing in the area, and they was like, all right, we have so many homeless in this area, we got to do something about it.
Yeah, huge.
And they were trying to tax the businesses that were there, and the businesses started to fight back. And at the end of that process, they were trying to get rid of all of those Congress members. I think it was like 6 that they put all of this money into, and they lost every last one of those races. Shama Sawant
outwardly a socialist.
Wire. Yeah. Where it looked like she was going to lose that race, and it went down, and it turned over at the last minute. So you can imagine they come out that thing feeling amazing, like powerful. The city basically gave them, okay, fair enough. Despite all of the money that was being spent against them, the city still was like, yes, fair enough. Good job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's outwardly a socialist. She blatantly says, and I do like that is even becoming more and more accepted. Yeah. It is. I mean, people are still, look, the right is still going to say, oh, Venezuela, Cuba, look, and especially down here in South Florida. We have a very sizable Cuban population and a very sizable, wealthy Venezuelan population.
Interesting.
Well,
so they want the Guaido to take over.
Yes,
they want the coup attempt.
And our representative, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, is very much in the camp of regime change and supporting Guaido. She's always tried to cater to that wealthy Venezuelan sect of our community. And people don't realize that when they're here and when they live here. And I always am trying to explain that it's the same thing as it is here. Yeah. The wealthy white Venezuelans are perfectly fine with the regime change because they're protecting their bottom line. Right. But that is a minority of the people.
Yes.
And so that's what people see here. And they think, oh, well, Venezuelans, they want to get rid of Maduro. I'm like, no, that's a very small sect of wealthy Venezuelans who live in our district.
That's so unfortunate. God, that's unfortunate. Because it's like, when you think about it, I've met Venezuelans where the guy was like, oh, they're talking about us wrong. They're talking about us wrong. They're getting it wrong. And it's so much propaganda in regards to meaning when, what's his name? Juan Guaido, he got a contract from somebody, I forget the name of the company, but the deal, these guys were captured. They were special forces guys. And they were part of a business where they were going to go through Venezuela, capture and kill whoever was necessary in order to get their hands on Maduro, to depose Maduro, to put Juan Guaido. He didn't care how many people they killed. They didn't care how many people. They were supposed to raid military bases. And I'm telling you, the moment that they did that, they would have said, hey, there's a revolution going on in Venezuela. That's what they would have said. And they said, we need to fight the pro-democracy terrorists. We need to help the pro-democracy terrorists. And we're going to either have airstrikes. We're going to help the other countries like Brazil or Colombia, basically our puppets, to go in and help. They would say it in a heartbeat. That's exactly what they did in the Middle East. Hey, there's a civil war in Libya, and we need to help the pro-democracy terrorists.
Right.
And same thing in Syria. Oh, hey, there's a civil war in Syria. We need to help the pro-democracy terrorists.
Or they say, oh, look, he gassed his own people. He gassed his own people. Right. We have to go save those poor people.
Got to save them. Got to drop some bombs, humanitarian bombs. And then...
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.